Hi teachers, it's Christy. I wanted to share another technique that I find really effective for stress reduction. And this is using guided imagery and guided meditation. So if you haven't heard of the Calm app that you can get for free on your phone, that's one I highly recommend. And that's guided imagery and guided meditation. And so there's a voice talking to you, and there's a number of different free settings so you can get stress reduction on a Calm app at the free level. You can buy the premium level, but really there's a lot to do at the free level. And if you've never done meditation before, Calm really helps you to learn that technique. A few years ago, I went through a program called mindfulschools.org. Check that out. It's great. And they talk a lot about learning how to do meditation, and it's specifically for teachers to use for themselves and for teachers to bring into the classroom. But one of the things that they talk about there is learning also how to be still and how to meditate, how to be still and let your mind rest. It's very hard to do. This is why we call it a meditation practice, because we never get it perfect. And I've been doing a lot of meditation over the last year, and I find it really powerful. So I recommend the guided if you've never done it before. And like I said, something like the Calm app is really good. If you just want to meditate and be still, you can do a timer on your watch, but sometimes I use Insight Timer, or there's another app called Headspace. There's a number of mind-body apps that you can get on your phone. But when we're meditating, we're just getting grounded. We're sitting up straight. I need to sit in a chair. I can't sit on the floor. Most people are sitting on the floor, but feel yourself to the ground. So if you're sitting in a chair, having your feet touching the floor, you're grounded. Going to take some initial deep breaths and just in through the nose, out through the mouth. Really hear it. Hear your breathing when you're doing these initial ones. And then as you let your mind quiet and you try and find a relaxing position, one of the things to do is to pay attention to your breath. And you might want to think about how and you're breathing through your nose. So breathing through your nose, where do you feel that breath coming in? Maybe the air on your nostrils, air on your upper lip. You might feel it inside your nasal passage, inside your lung. But just that's what you're focusing on. So when they say go back to your breath, it's really when those thoughts start to come in, you just say, I notice. Push them away. And they will. Thoughts will invade. Push them away and just concentrate on the breath. And so sometimes I find it easier to concentrate on my breath when I'm paying attention to what it feels like. I might be breathing, I might be counting my breath and how long it takes me to take one in. 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. So whatever it is that kind of gets you centered, just thinking about your breath, that's one way to keep your practice just focused on the breath. And 9 minutes is really an optimal time. You can go longer if you need to go shorter, work up to it, but finding time to just quiet your mind is a great way to let go of some stress. And again, those don't beat yourself up if you don't feel like you're getting it. For the longest time I thought, well, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting this meditation. I always keep thinking of other things. And that's exactly what happens. And so we start to become gentle with ourselves, and instead of saying, oh my gosh, I can't do this right, we say, in our brain, we're saying, yep, okay, I'm not there. Okay, I'm going to push that away. Back to my breath, back to my breath, back to my breath. So it's okay, it came in. Yep, I noticed it, that's fine. Back to my breath, back to my breath, back to my breath. So those are some tips on meditation. I hope that that's a technique that's helpful for you. And always, always, always doing some hydrating immediately following any kind of mind-body technique. Okay, thanks.